You see, dear one, gratitude transforms us. And it's to hand. You just purpose in your heart you want to thank him. But you don't have this purpose strongly. It's still open to you. Whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things. Gratitude will spontaneously arise in you. Your love of him will arise spontaneously. It's not of your own. You simply look on whatsoever is good and lovely. You focus on such. Your thoughts transform you, are your transformation. It's the miracle of miracles of miracles. It's God's gift to you. Gratitude to him. Do you want life eternal? Well, then you need to know God, according to John 17. How do you do that? You focus on him, of course. Well, that's what love is, isn't it? You are the desire of my heart. When you fall in love, that's what happens, isn't it? You want with all your being to trust in this other soul. This other soul is God. Who could be more worthy? By definition, you've defined him to be all that is truly good, even though you're not sure as a child what is good. But you put your faith and trust in him. Do you know why? It's because you're a child of God. You wouldn't do it otherwise. It's how he's made us. We are born to value him. That's how you and I are made. And when we do that, we come to the fullness of life. Because that was his purpose in us, to have this fullness of life that comes of absolute devotion to him. How do you achieve that? You're overwhelmed by the awareness of his loving kindness. How do you achieve that? Whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things. Whatsoever you find is good and lovely, think on these things. Thankfulness will arise within you. Peace, joy, gratitude, overflowing gratitude will fill your being simply because of his goodness to you. Even in your narrow childish state, leave alone your enlightened, love of all state. To worship him we live, and you cannot live truly any other way. If you would enter into life, keep the principles. What are the principles? Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, mind and strength. This is the first and great principle. And the second is like unto it. You'll want the same for others. The same. You'll want them to be fully rescued into life. overcome by gratitude to you, Heavenly Dad. Love you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Let me give you the example that's driving me at present. A couple that appreciate me, well-intentioned towards me, to say the least. You see a way in which they feel, in their understanding, I could be blessed, that I could go to England, see my son, see my daughter who I've never seen face to face, so to speak. A handicapped daughter, severely handicapped. She won't know or recognise me, I don't think, but life is extremely limited for her. And there's my first wife who lives there too. She's 6 years older than me, which makes her 84. Goodness. She doesn't love me now. She feels bad towards me still, decades later. But they see it as something they could give me and be a great blessing. They feel it's of God, you see, so much so that they're willing to finance it. It's as simple as that. How lovely. So, although I'm in fear and trepidation about doing reckless things that put me in a position where I'm going to have to cry out to God to rescue me, I'm cautious of doing that. But for their sakes, I want to honour their purity and goodness of intent and heart and kindness. You see, to think on whatsoever is good and lovely transforms the decision for me. I want to meet their expectations. I want to be blessed for their sake and for them to have done it. That sounds ridiculous, doesn't it, to the world? But not to God. Because to God, He would have us love all, each other, all that He loves, of course. Do I think God loves them as much as He loves me? Of course. Oh, of course. And He wants me to love them too. So it's all right. It's not reckless. It's what He would want. Look, He'll love me anyway because of His goodness. Whether I'm reckless or whether I was going to say faithful, but that doesn't seem to be quite the right time to say it. Whether I'm courageous or whether I'm reckless, put it that way, He'll still love me. He's our rock in that sense, you see. And because we can always rely on Him, it transforms both what we can do in His sovereignty, who we are, just to know that He cares for us is everything, and anything that denies that is not to be touched with a barge pole. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. To live in this reality of assurance is surely the way to go. This is the way, dear one. Walk ye in it. So these last few recordings have been because of this problem with me. I'm concerned to risk going to England. I don't want the flight. I don't want the uncertainties, the unknowing. But I do want to love God with all my being. And somehow this is part of a way of saying just that. The world will see it as reckless. Those that want to love God will know, though, what I mean. It's probably the best thing to do. And you may be wrong. And you trust that God will come to your rescue if you are. How could you not trust that in overwhelming thankfulness and gratitude to him? So I choose to go. Am I saying this, Lord? And if I'm not to go, you'll override it by your love and care and goodness, and have something much better in mind. But you may have both, knowing you, the upper and the nether streams. Why? Because you love us. You've given us a wonderful selfishness, a self-interest, Lord, that wants to be in fullness of life and the fullness of your provision, of course. Be a madman to want anything else, wouldn't I? I wouldn't be your child. You see, the lovely thing in our children is they value us. And if they value us, they walk in the right direction. And they follow us closely and have the fullness of our love and care and the appreciation of it. They have life, life abundant, life eternal. So if you would enter into life, Jesus says to the young ruler, rich young ruler, if you would enter into life, keep the commandments, keep the principles. What are they, says another to Jesus, who says in reply, shall love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, soul, mind and strength, and love thy neighbour as thyself. In other words, in the same way as you want this for yourself, you want this blessedness for him too. Not worldly wealth here, not endless provision in a endless world of change and need. But life eternal, in the full awareness of his presence, in the lovely communion of his family, heavenly host, in the full awareness of this, forever. I will never leave you nor forsake you, saith the Lord. I'm come that you might have life, and have it more abundantly. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.